Hi, so here is a scan done with a GeoSlam handheld scanner, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of point density with all the vegetation, and it's ultimately pretty much impossible to actually see the building in the ground. And so this is ReCap, and ReCap, we can visualize our 3D scans, but then also use ReCap to bring those scans into Revit itself. And so before we do that, we want to go through the process of classifying this. And so I've already done some with this project. And so I've created a layer over here called medium vegetation. I'm just going to turn it off. And you can see I've actually gotten down pretty close to the building, and there's still a bunch I have to do. For example, these trees out here. And so to classify the scan, we actually want to select objects like these trees. And under classification, we can pick a category. And so for trees, I usually do them under medium vegetation, and then as I select them, they will essentially disappear. And because I have that layer turned off over here called medium vegetation. So as you kind of work through this, we want to select that vegetation and hide it. After we get to a certain point, it's really hard to select that vegetation, and so that's when we need to introduce a limit box. And so we can click edit our limit box, and we just want to find a side. So I'm going to bring this side over here, and it's not letting me see. There we go. We'll bring this over to just about here, and then I'm going to do the other side as well. And I'm holding down on my scrolled wheel to move from side to side, and I'm holding down on the right click to move that direction. So let's just move into here. And so now that we've taken different slices of the property, it's easier to see and classify. So we're just going to go down here and click confirm. And we want to zoom in here and find the areas that there is no building like this. And we can classify that as medium vegetation. And you just want to go through different parts of the 3D scan in sections. And you can usually do this like half and half. So that's how I started. I did half of the property, then the other half. And then now we need to go and find the kind of more fine detailed areas around the building that need classification. So that's how to start classifying the scan. And then once you want to adjust that box, we can click clear here. We can go to limit box, we can click edit. And we just might drag this part over this way, and maybe drag this part over this way. And so you can just keep going through this model like this and classifying all those different scan pieces. And typically what we would also want to do is classify the buildings as well. And so that way we're basically taking the buildings without the land, and therefore when we bring it in, we can bring it in without the buildings, and we can actually create that topo surface based on that. So that's how to classify the scan and work with ReCap. Other basic interface stuff. We have, the open and save button here. And so what I will end up doing too is once we've classified these different parts, I will save, I'll save this scan as the different pieces, so like ground only, vegetation, and that way we can see each part independently. So that's how to work through and classify these different scans.